Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Wednesday. Hey, light bearer. Checking in with everybody. I've been off a couple of days, and there's a lot going on. I've been in the YouTube streets, but lots going on off of YouTube. How are you, light bearer? Right now, well, as of today, I guess, my state is now the number one state for COVID infections. And what I want to know is how the hell did California jump ahead of New York when supposedly, you know, they took all the measures that they needed to take. But I think it's just because it's opened up too fast. It's just my personal opinion. I just think we opened up too fast. I think that we shouldn't open so quickly. That's what I think. What I'm doing right now is I am actually, because I'm in the mobile app for StreamYard, so I'm going to my page and I am going to, because I can never tell with these notifications where they're going to go out to you guys. So I am going to put it on my community tab. That's what I'm going to do. If it ever comes up. Because I'm on 2 devices. But it should come up. I don't know why that's... Okay, let me come off of this page. I think I have too many YouTubes opened up on my computer. That's what I think is the issue. Yep, because here I am. I found my page. So I'm going to make sure that volume is down. And I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to go into the live on my I'm coming into the live on the laptop too, because there's such a delay. There is a delay. So let me just do that. Okay, I'm trying to make it open up. Okay, there. Yep, now I'm in here and I'm going to share it. Let's see. What is it doing? I wonder why it's doing that. Oh, am I signed in? Oh, I hate when it does this. I don't even know if I'm in my own account. If I'm in my... Oh, apparently I'm not signed in. Great. Just gotta love it. I have to love it. So I'm gonna go into another page, and I'm just wasting time up here because I'm trying to do this, but it's like, why can't I get into my account on my freaking laptop? It just keeps spinning and spinning on me, you guys. So I don't know. I'm gonna close some. I think I have too many windows opened on the laptop. Can y'all imagine if I had to go through this to get on here tonight? And I love my Mac, though. I do. So, I've been listening to a lot of the things that have been going on, and I still have prayers going up, guys. Prayers go up to Tamar Braxton. Prayers going up for Tamar Braxton. We know that she's in the hospital of an apparent, I don't know if it was an overdose. I'm not really sure. But it does appear that she has opened her eyes, which is a good thing. But they're not really talking about what's going on. And I just think it's kind of tragic that she felt the need, or she was in a place rather, where she would even contemplate doing something, like take her life when she has a small child. Um, hey Darren, and I'm just glad that she has at least opened her eyes. Wait, let me turn the volume down on that so we don't have double talking over here. Because if I can hear it, that means you can hear it. Please don't forget to press that like button, guys. Please don't forget to press that like button. For whatever reason, it's not letting me sign into my account. I don't know why it's doing that. This is so bizarre. I don't want to be him. All right, finally. I think it's going to let me get into me. No, go back. That's not what I want. Where's DC the Purple Diva? Wow, okay. Okay, I think that's me. God, I wonder what happened. Why did I sign myself out? Somehow I signed myself out of my YouTube account. Yeah. Confirm. All right. So, oh, God. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I haven't touched my computer. Hey, Nat. And it took me all of this just to get into my account. Literally. It took me all of that to get into my account. Just so I can share. Just so I could share out that I'm on live. Goodness gracious. I'm telling you sometimes. Let's see. Come on through. I am live. Y'all. And I don't know, the other night, or what's the other night? Was it Monday? Was it this week? I don't know. One of the other content creators whose channel I go to was doing some history on Texas, and she said that the term "y'all" comes from Texas. Now I don't even know if that's where it comes from, because I'm from DC, and I mean my family's from Louisiana, and we've always said y'all, because I got a Southern family, you know, even though, where I grew up technically is the Northeast, you know. But okay, if it's a Texas term, I'll give it to y'all. I'll let y'all have it, Texas. You know. But I say it all the time. And I know it makes me sound country, but I don't care. Ain't nothing with having a little country in you. It means you come from some good roots. That's what I say. It means you got good roots. But you guys, this situation with Tamar is troubling to me from the standpoint of, we've been seeing a lot of, you know, spikes in the mental health issues with people. And now my understanding is that I guess the trailer is out for her show. Um, I think it's called Get Your Life, and I don't know it. I guess it triggered something because apparently, just I guess according to her family, she was not very happy with it. I haven't seen the trailer, y'all, now, but it I guess portrays Tamar, the old Tamar, and I know that we've all seen Tamar trying to go through a lot of changes in her life. I mean, y'all remember when she shaved her head. Um, and I I hope that this was not a cry for help. I hope she was not really trying to take her life. I hope that it was an accident. I hope that she's going to be okay. And I hope that it's not the her show that she's getting ready to do that triggered this. I don't know, but she's definitely in my prayers. The whole family's in my prayers, really, because I mean, I've seen her doing some speaking out recently about how they treated them on versus the Kardashian family. That's what I'm saying. My family's from the South too, Matt. And I've always said, y'all. I've always said it. Hey, and the thing is that DC doesn't. We don't really have an accent in DC. So I brought my non-accent to the to the West Coast. I mean, we don't really have an accent. It's just we talk really fast, and then there may be certain words that we pronounce differently, but we don't really have an accent. But there's terms that are straight from that area. And I'm not saying y'all is definitely not. I knew it was a Southern term. I just didn't know it was supposedly attributed to the great state of Texas. I know. I mean, well, we know that Tamar was going through something. Um, Tiffany Haddish said she just wanted to see her scalp. She just wanted to see what this looked like. She's not going through nothing. She just wanted to see what her scalp looked like, and this was something she had been contemplating for a while. I mean, but she can just slap a wig on. You know, and that's the thing. When they shave their heads, they can just slap a wig on. So I Tiffany got some issues going on. I don't know. Allegedly, she's pregnant. Allegedly, Tiffany is pregnant by Common, and allegedly, Common is not happy about it because he don't want no more kids. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what's going on. That's what they're saying in regards to her. But getting back to these Kardashians, have you guys seen the Twitter stuff that has been floated around, went up, came back down? Kanye West and then Kim Kardashian, and I feel like, hey Eldon, how are you? Thank you for coming. I mean, Kanye puts out this tweet like he's been trying to get rid of, trying to divorce Kim, and he like implied that something's something's going on between her and Meek Mills, or is that his paranoia? I mean, I'm not going to say that Kanye is not bipolar because he has said that he is. Um, and I will say that a lot of this erratic behavior that we see exhibited appears to be manic behavior. You know, now let me just give this disclaimer. I am not a licensed psychologist or therapist, you know, but I took psychology classes in college, and just like a lot of other people, and I happen to know people who are bipolar. So the stuff that he's doing is similar. I mean, the people that I know probably are their manic state isn't like what he was exhibiting, because it appeared he was in a manic state when he was doing his presidential rally. But here's what I'm gonna say in regards to the Kardashians. You know, every man, it appears, in the Kardashians' radius is somehow not quite the same when they leave them. I mean, we surely cannot ignore the fact that Bruce Jenner is now Caitlyn Jenner. We cannot ignore the fact that Lamar almost died. You know, now, granted, Chloe's not responsible for his actions as an adult, but, you know, I have my thoughts. I used to like Chloe, but then, you know, she kind of showed her true colors when, you know, in the whole situation with her baby daddy. And Kanye knew what he was getting when he got with Kim Kardashian. Kanye has not been right since his mother died. Dude has been off, you know, and we don't know what's going on in that house. Yeah, his rants could be just the rants of a manic, you know, state, or he could be speaking truth. You know, he could be speaking truth. But Kanye has some issues, and I don't know. Maybe he's not on his meds. Maybe he's not taking his meds. Maybe he thinks he doesn't need any meds. You know, I mean, there are other ways that you can balance, you know, get yourself chemically balanced. But if he is chemically imbalanced, he needs to be doing something so he can be thinking straight. And even if he's really serious about becoming president or running for president, y'all, I just have to laugh at that one because it's comical to me. Now, don't get me wrong, Kanye, I will give him. I say he musically creative genius. You know, his creativity, genius level. I'll give him that. You know, and you can see there's so much going on in his head that he can't get articulate. But even though 45 is our president and he has no background, I'm not one for somebody else coming in there that, you know, just decided yesterday they're going to be president. I'm not necessarily saying, you know, that a ton of political background in these lifers and politics is the answer for being president of this country. But what I am going to say is that I don't think Kanye is the answer. Hey, JV Femininity Overload in the house. Thank you for coming through, sis. Kanye has some issues going on, you know, and so I'm, you know, I'm gonna talk. I'm talking about it from that. I mean, we've seen this, you know, and I mean, now we never saw any, as far as we know. I never really saw anything with Tamar Braxton that would have triggered me to think that this was going on, but we don't know what was going on, you know, behind the scenes. And when sis shaved her head, you know, that was a thing. So, and we all know about all of the rumors about what was really going on in her marriage with Vince, and about the domestic violence in that relationship. There has been nothing like that in regards to her current relationship. You know, it seems that this man treats her like a queen. And, you know, but that's what we thought was going on when she was with Vince, and that's not what apparently was going on. And she still may be carrying some baggage from that, because even if she's with a man now that treats her like a queen, if she's still suffering from whatever esteem issues and everything that she's had to deal with all of the things that have happened in her life in the last few years, you know, she may be still broken. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, JV. She, you know, because I mean, there were instances where Tamar was allegedly hurt while she and Vince were together, and there were very public things. And I think some stuff was going on there. You know, here's the thing. I don't think her entire family would have made that stuff. I definitely don't think her mother made it up. So I think that even if there was not a lot of physical, he could have done a lot of emotional traumatizing of her that she's still dealing with. And, you know, emotional abuse can sometimes do far, far worse to you and to your mental stability than someone actually putting their hands on you. I'm telling you that from personal experience. It is, JV. It is important. Um, See, with Tamar, I think she might have, you know, I think the guy she's with is great. Don't get me wrong, and he's probably good for her, but maybe she's not good for him because she wasn't she wasn't healed when she got in that relationship. I mean, she literally got into this relationship almost as soon as her divorce was final. And then too, she could be one of those women who have to be in a relationship. They don't know how to be by themselves. Like Jennifer Lopez, habitual relationship woman. Woman never alone for more than 2 seconds. But you see, I mean, we could tell that Tamar has been in pain, but we thought that she was getting better, you know, and maybe that was just the mask that she was wearing for the world because, I mean, I would say her emotional self-esteem was beat up over, when she got fired, let go, whatever you want to say from the real a few years ago. She was in a hospital, almost lost her life, and and went through a similar tragedy, a similar situation with Vince while they were still together. And out of that, she decided to have a child, had a child. All of these things. So she's had a whole lot of stuff going on. And I will just say for myself, after I was divorced from my ex-husband, my son's dad, I had, even though I was dating other people, you know, I started dating someone else and they wanted me to be ready when they were ready. And I wasn't ready for what they wanted. I mean, I wasn't ready for it. And they knew what I had come out of. It took me 3 years to get a divorce. 3 years to get a divorce, y'all. Because the other person did not want to pay child support for their autistic son. They just felt like I just didn't deserve the money. Now, we ain't even gonna go there. Because if it did finally happen, because again, for me, that's a deal breaker for me, y'all. Putting your hands on me is a deal breaker. And that's not something that I wanted my son to be brought up around. I mean, doing this process, I physically got ill from the stress. They were testing me for everything. They thought I had lupus because I was in physical pain from the stress. I could barely walk sometimes, could barely get up out the bed and stand up straight. That's the stress that it put on me. It was crazy. It was crazy, you know? And because I have a child with this person who, although they're an adult, they have a disability, I have to I still have to deal with this person. I still have to deal with this person. Yes, I do. You know? And it's really difficult sometimes, It's difficult. But I have to be the bigger person because I have, my son is involved, even though he's an adult, and anybody that I'm with, including my current man, ain't gonna let this man ever touch me again. So we ain't even worried about that happening. We ain't even worried about that. But still, it's just the tension of, you still have to deal with this person. It ain't easy. Man, I didn't put on weight because I lose weight when I'm stressing. So I lost weight. Then I finally gained the weight back. Then when my mom died, I lost it again, and it's gone forever now. It's gone forever. But I don't know. During this pandemic, I've been starting to gain a little weight. So I don't know. But yeah, I would not recommend. I would tell anyone, if you're dealing with someone who is mentally abusing you, emotionally abusing you, that is so much worse, because it's messing with your mind. It's messing with your mind, and it has such a lingering effect, because someone's words, things they say to you, even if you in your mind know they aren't true, they affect you. They affect you. I still remember things. I still remember things. And I haven't been married to that man since my son was 4. And my son will be 25 this year. But I was married to that man for 11 years. 11 years, y'all. So, we don't know what Tamar kept inside of her that may be coming out now in crazy ways because of what happened then, but now it appears that it's happening because of things that are going on right now, and it may not have anything to do with that. you know I know sis did go put herself in some therapy at one point, but I when she comes out of this, because I'm gonna believe that she's gonna be healed. I'm gonna be praying that her mind is healed. She needs some more healing, and I'm not saying that she should break off her relationship with the gentleman that she's with, but you know he's gonna have to be a real partner to support her through her healing. It does take a long time. It does take a long time. And here's the thing: the guy that I was dating after that, good guy, you know. And when I was ready, he was he was done. So I could have potentially lost out on something good there. But God knows what's best. I wasn't ready for what he wanted at that time. You know, I'm not one of those ones. I mean, you know, getting divorced was a big deal for me. So, yeah, if I get married again, well, when I get married again, because it's gonna happen, it's gonna be stick and stay. But I'm a lot older now, and it's just, for me, the irony is that the only man that has ever put his hands on me was the one I married. No, well, I take that back. There was one other guy who tried to do it when I was younger, before I ever got married. And yeah, I pulled out a butcher knife on his butt. So he didn't succeed. Yeah. But the only one who actually did do it, yeah, was my ex-husband. And because we have a child together, it's a lifelong journey. I am, I have to, you know, I live in forgiveness of him every day, because, I've forgiven him, but I ain't gonna never forget. So there's, you know, any love that I had for him other than, respect for him as being a father to my son, died. Hey, Terry. But yeah, physical abuse, and here's one of the tragedies that's going on when we're going through all of this is that there are so many people that are trapped with someone, with an abuser right now, and they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. And it's this, for going through this, what we're going through right now, this is something that will test some relationships. I mean, people can get on each other's nerves and all kinds of stuff. I'm thankful that that's not going on up in this house, because I'm not the argumentative type. I don't argue. I don't have time for all of that, And if I'm with someone who is pushing my buttons like that, then maybe I don't need to be with that person, because I'm the type, you really don't want to take me there, because once I'm over there, I'm gone. I'm gone. But what's going on with Tamar? It's a cautionary tale to people who have been in abusive relationships. Because even if that man never put his hands on her physically, it was clear that there was some mental stuff going on. And even in the stuff that you saw when they were doing their show together, you could see that he, some people are passive aggressive. And that's what I would see a lot of times from him, passive aggressiveness. And that's what my ex-husband was, a passive aggressive person. Make it look like he ain't really, but yeah, he's really coming at you. Really coming at you. I just hope that Tamar, once she is out of the hospital, that she starts to really heal herself, because she's not healed. And it could be from her marriage, it could be from all the the family drama and stuff that went on, because that stuff that was going on in Braxton Family Values, it really almost tore their family apart. And I know it's got to be a lot going on. But I can't think of nothing. And believe me, I have been there where I have felt like I wanted to not be here. But I'm not going to try to take myself out of here. I'm not going to even I'm trying, I try to keep my mind together. And I know that she probably has much more on her than, many of us have on us, because they're in front of the public eye. So everything that they go through, we see it, and that's the crazy thing. When people who are considered quote unquote celebrities have mental episodes, the entire world sees those things happen, and I mean, Like, we didn't really see anything going on with, well, as far as we knew, we weren't really seeing anything lately with Tamar, but I mean, like with Kanye, man, this has been an ongoing thing with him since his mother died, you know, and mental health is a real thing. Mental illness is real, and we as Black people do not like to go to therapists. We do not like to do things that are going to heal our mental being. We don't do it. I don't know if we think our minds and our mental are just going to fix itself. I don't know if that's how we're thinking. Hey, Six Figure Days. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. That's why, yeah, they're talking about that show that she had that hasn't, I don't even think it's out yet. And which is the spin-off, her own show that they've been talking about that was going to come out. And I forget what kind of show it is. Is it, I don't know if it's like hair or I don't know what, something like that. But it's some kind of helping people show, I guess. And it's supposed to be her and some other person. Don't get to me to lying. But anyway, I really think that it's just a lot of stuff. I mean, we saw a lot of stuff going on with the entire family. I mean, they've had a lot of stuff. I mean, Trina lost her ex-husband. Gabriel just died mysteriously or something, suddenly. Um, I want to say something happened with their brother, who we rarely saw. You know, so they've had some things going on off camera that we weren't seeing with that family. And I know a lot of the stuff on the show, her relationship with her sisters appeared to be strained at some point. Even though, a lot of times they would rally around each other to everybody else. But internally, there was some stuff going on. I mean, I'm just shaking my head because I'm just thinking about Logan. I'm thinking about her child who, also was in the middle of all of this. And, you know, how this little boy is also feeling with all of this stuff. We don't know, what his mental is because according to what we know, we don't know if he could understand what was going on when his parents were together. You know, and hopefully none of that stuff happened in front of him. But with Tamar's behavior being somewhat erratic since her divorce, I don't know how that is affecting her child. Because when we're going through things, our children go through it with us. And I'll just tell you that in domestic violence or abuse situations, even if you think you're protecting the kids, even if you think that they don't understand what's going on, even if you think, like you got a kid with autism, like I do, and you think that they don't understand what's going on, they may not understand what's going on the way that you think, but it affects them. It affects them. It really does. And it might not come out today, might not come out tomorrow, but it will at some point come out. Yeah, I don't think that wedding happened yet either. And I think that's, because of, what's going on in the world, and they're in Atlanta, so. But I don't know if Toni Braxton has been still being bi-coastal, between Atlanta and here. I know she did it a lot more when Diesel was younger, because she found some programs, some school programs in Atlanta for him, because her oldest son has autism. But I think she's been spending a lot of time in Atlanta, because isn't he in Atlanta? I don't think he's out here. A lot of people are putting weddings on hold, and just going to the courthouse and getting married. I know, like, my best friend, her oldest daughter, that's what they did. They just went to the courthouse, and they sent out things just showing us the little celebration that they had. They only had, like, just the immediate family there, and she's got 6 kids, so, and several of them are married, and now both of her girls eloped. Both of her daughters eloped, because her other daughter got married last year. But yeah, they didn't. They just did that. And I know some other friends of mine that were supposed to get married a couple of months ago. They just ended up, when the courthouses opened back up, they went down there, got married at the courthouse, and they said that whenever this is over, they'll have a big reception and let everybody, come and celebrate. Well, here's the thing, Six Figure. There is no cure for autism. What it is that he has learned to um, not have the reactions to. He's learned how to operate so that you can barely tell that there's anything else going on with him, which is what a lot of the higher functioning autistic people do. And see, that's the thing. People have one idea of what autism is. Diesel is very high functioning. He speaks, you know. Um, he was able to graduate from high school, I believe, and Toni Braxton has the money, and she was able to get all of that intervention for him. You know, her being the spokesperson for Autism Speaks gave her a lot of perks. She she was able to use her celebritism to get him to that point. But I would not say that he no longer has autism completely. I would just say that he is a success story of someone who is self-sufficient. You know, he's self-sufficient, and he's going to be able to take care of himself, which is the goal of every autism parent for their kid. That's my goal, for my son to be able to eventually be able to take care of himself. You know, and I think that's the same situation like Jenny McCarthy. She says her son has been no longer has autism, but what it is that they did all of these things so that they're able to not necessarily change the way that they think, but they're now able to operate and maneuver, you know, the social norms. Hey, underrated darkness. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about Logan. And see, Logan has been there, what I mean? Because think about it. When whatever was happening when she was with her husband, Logan was there. Her mother was there. And I mean, her mom talked about one event where she got Logan and went to another part of the house. So we don't know what is already in his psyche. But I can just say that he is of an age that something like his mom, this situation, it's going to have an effect on him, you know, especially if he understands that this is something that she either intentionally or accidentally did to herself. You don't. You really, really don't, Terry. What? Wow. I mean, because I don't know how old. I think he Logan is under 10. I think he's like what, 6 or 7 at the most. And no matter how bright and intelligent and articulate he is, he's still just a little boy. He's still just a baby. You know, and I mean, I haven't heard nothing about Vincent forever. You know, he seems to have just gone back to just doing what he does, whatever, you know, outside of them, because I don't think they even have any dealings with him business wise. I think all of her business dealings with him, all that stuff has been, got severed. He's nobody's manager in the family. You know, I think he's still with Gaga. You know, so he'll be all right. They treat her like a baby because she is the baby of the family. And unfortunately, y'all know how that happened. In most families, the youngest, it just happens like that a lot of times. Because I think about, my brother is the baby in our family. Okay. And no one intentionally we've never actually treated him like that. But he was always a lot younger, you know. And my mom, he was always her baby, you know. But Tamar has always played that baby, card to the hilt. But you in your 40s now, homegirl, and you have a child. You got to get your stuff together. Because I will tell you, when I was at the point where I was about to lose it, I didn't even know I was about to lose it. Okay? I didn't even know I was about to lose it. Y'all know who told me that I needed to go do something? The pastor, my pastor of my church. She said to me, you need to go take a vacation And she says, and I want you to go find you a good therapist. You need someone to talk to. She said, because you're about to lose it and you don't even see it. Because I was just trying to hold it together. No, I mean, the family has always, and I mean, they created that part of her. But she's still a grown woman and she's somebody's mama. And if she did this to herself, it was selfish, and she definitely needs to go get some help so she never does anything like this again. Because if she did this to herself, she was clearly not thinking about the consequences. She was not thinking about what this would do to her child. Because anytime I was thinking crazy, or and to me, taking yourself out, feeling like you want to take yourself out, is a crazy thought. Because as a spiritual being, you should want, you should have that fight to live. It's innate in us. Harming yourself is unnatural. It's an unnatural thing to do. Hey, Tutu Thing Thing, and I'm not gonna hold her family responsible for what she's doing now. Yeah, they might have created the monster of, spoiling her, letting her have her way, all that stuff, because she was the youngest and whatnot and everything. But who she is today and what happened in this situation, Tamar is going to have to take accountability for that. She's going to have to take responsibility for that. She's going to have to do what she needs to do so that she is not like this again. Um, she needs to be unselfish. She needs to not just think about herself. She needs to be thinking about that child. And if she thought not being here is what was best for her son, then yeah, she really needs to do something. Seriously. I don't remember who she said that was. I think it was someone that the family knew. I know. I know. I mean, I follow Tamar, you know, and I mean, I've always been a Tamar fan. I've always been a fan of the Braxtons from when they first came out, you know, and when Tony went. So I of the family, because they were from the same area as I'm from. They lived out in Severn, Maryland, which is closer to Baltimore, but they were from, you know, that tri-state area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. They was from that area, you know, and I always followed Tamar, and I was really happy for her. Like when she won the celebrity Big Brother house, I thought that was a turning point for her, and she seemed to be doing so well. And then this happened. And for us, it appears to be coming out of the blue, but you know, it obviously is something that was brewing, because apparently her family members don't appear to be as surprised about what's going on as the rest of us are. So we really gotta keep her in prayer. What time is it? Oh, we've been on for over an hour. All right, let me come on camera so you guys can see me. Let me come on camera. I bet you my son is gonna come over here, but let me come on camera. I'm gonna cam up for y'all. Hey everyone. Let me see if I can get it. Here comes David. You gotta scoot down. You're too tall. They can't see you. Look at mommy's phone. See? Say hi. Hi. All right. All right. Are you gone? Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. If I can just get this phone right. Okay, there we go. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I will see y'all. I should be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow is what? Thursday? Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Until then, you guys, peace and blessings from the west side. Because you know I'm in Cali. One of these days, I'm going to say Ola from the east side. Y'all going to be shocked because I'm going to be on the east coast. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Bye, everybody. Peace.